Hello and welcome. And this is a video with a bit of, I just got an email. This is a video with a bit of a difference. Yeah, it's not all about retro gaming and arcades and all that jazz. For the last, I guess, couple of weeks, I'm very late to the party, but I have been playing No Man's Sky. And it's my new, what's the word? Guilty pleasure. Yeah, I was curious about this game many years ago, and I've actually literally just picked it up in the last few weeks and started playing it. Um, Now, the last couple of years, I've been thinking about going back and playing. What's the name? Mass Effect, because in Mass Effect, when I never really played Mass Effect, to be honest. I picked it up years and years ago, many years even after it was released and everyone was into it. I'm always late to the party on these things. And I started playing Mass Effect, but I got completely sidetracked with the kind of exploration of, planetary exploration of it. And I just, fucked off the storyline basically and just wanted to explore the worlds and excavate. And it was a little while back now. I was thinking, oh, I want to play Mass Effect just to do, the exploration side of it. Because in recent times I've gotten myself, again, late to the party, into games like Minecraft, and just been absolutely enthralled with the kind of, create your own world, do your own kind of thing, open world experience of it. And now this game has kind of come to my attention, and it's basically a mesh of Minecraft versus Mass Effect, in my opinion. So yeah, and here I am. So I've been playing for the last couple of weeks, just basically again completely sidetracked from the main mission, which is essentially to apparently you're supposed to get yourself to the center of the universe. But I've just been building myself up. I do like to level up. It's a kind of game where you kind of boost your stats and you can create bases and different places, and I've been doing a lot of base building and stuff like that. And I've always come to a point where I can't carry enough stuff. I don't have enough inventory slots, and I've recently discovered there are these things here which you can see on screen now, which I'm running to. It's called a drop pod. Now, these drop pods are scattered around various planets. You can find them and you can create an additional inventory slot so you can carry more stuff, basically. I'm just going to sit in my ship right now because the radiation levels are getting a bit high and I'm not going to be able to breathe. So I'm just going to charge myself up. You can see my ship here. I've aptly named it the Radiant Silver Gun. So basically this video, in a nutshell, is basically me documenting a little drop pod tip. I know everybody probably knows about this and I'm late to the party, but for anything, it's for myself at the very least to document, because I found it very interesting. So these drop pods, when you get to them, you have to kind of have certain... You have to have certain these things. What's the word? Components, that's the word. You need certain components before you can get your extra slot. So they require antimatter, sodium nitrate, oxygen, ionized cobalt, and some nanotubes. You need these five things. You need these five things to be able to unlock to get your extra inventory slot. You can see all my slots here are full up now. But what I'm doing now is basically building up these empty slots. You can see the ones here that are blank. So every time you get a drop pod, you can, get a new slot, a new square slot. And I've got all these cargo slots to fill up as well. I've got 4 of them on here at the moment, which gives you additional storage. So I'm on a mission at the moment to build up all my inventory slots by doing cargo drop pod searches, and yeah, this video is about it. So it's nearly 5 minutes long already and I'm still rambling on, but there's a lot to this, so pay attention. Okay, So you can purchase something called, at various stores around the universe and galaxy trade points, you can find something called this, a drop pod coordinate data, which basically allows your suit to survey and scan for where these drop pods are located. Otherwise, you can just basically, fly around and just look for them yourself, which is going to take a lot longer. But these drop pod coordinate data are very handy navigational bits of data. So I've purchased a bunch of them. They're very expensive. They're over 100,000 units. So you have to, buy and sell stuff and save up quite a lot to get them. Unless you find them or win them or whatever. But they're very expensive. So my little tip were to drop podding. Let's do this. So there's another element to it, of course. There's this thing I've got. This tool here is called a signal booster. Now, when you find and build or get the ability to create a signal booster, carry it around with you. It's portable. It's very handy. You open it up, and then once it loads, you go into it, and you can access and use those drop pod coordinate data files. And here it is here. It will allow, as long as you have some on you, it will allow you to decipher them, and it will search for it. So we're going to search for that. We're going to go and search for our next drop pod now. So it's going to run a search, survey the area, and see that there's one over there, and put a blue marker on your map. So that's 7 hours away. So it's in this planet, but it's a long way away. So we're going to pick up our signal booster. We're going to get into our ship and we're going to fly to it, basically. Simple as that. Right, so depending on the speed of your ship, you can fly to it or you can pulse to it. The quickest way, if something's a very long way away, obviously, is... Oh my god, what is this? Oh, something's just popped up in my view. I'm just going to land quickly. I'm going to come back to this, actually, because I don't know what it is. Oh my god. That's the thing about exploration. You just find these weird places. Alright, we're just going to park the drop pod for now. I'm just going to mark this place on my map because I'm going to want to come back to this. Sorry, it's very exciting. I'm just going to put a homing beacon. Wait, a custom marker here. Excellent. I'm going to come back to this place. But we're going on a drop pod mission. The thing is with this game, you get so distracted. You're looking for one thing and it leads to something else, and it's no wonder I'm not doing the main missions, because the exploration is the best part of it. Right, so what I'm going to do to get to that drop pod, I'm actually going to go into orbit. So I'm going to fly off the planet into space, and then I'm going to use my pulse engine on my ship to boost over to that drop pod, which will get you there a lot quicker. Everybody probably already knows this, but for anyone who still hasn't played this game, this is my little drop pod tip. Alright, so we're coming in for landing. Here we go. I'm going to find a suitable place to land. Oh my god, there's something else here as well. Keep discovering all these bases. It's just crazy. Right, focus on the task in hand. We're going to land here. Okay. So now that we're at the drop, every time you get to a drop pod location, there's the drop pod there. You're going to find one of these kind of save beacons. It saves and charts, where you are, where you visited, basically, in your stats. This is my tip. Don't use this yet. Get the drop pod first, and then use that save chart, because what's going to happen is when you go to use your signal booster to go to to find the next beacon, you're essentially using one of your drop pod coordinate datas. and they're very expensive. So if you load your signal booster and your drop pod, you know, spawns only, you know, a few 100 feet away, you're going to have pretty much wasted it because you could have just searched for it yourself. So if that is the case, you can just save and reload the game. So that's essentially my super tip. So let's just get the drop pod and we'll expand our nano suit and I'll show you how it works. So you go to the upgrade system and it's going to ask you for 3 things you see here. You're going to have to repair them. So you're going to need these components. So you're going to need sodium nitrate, oxygen, which I have, tick tick. You're going to have to get some ionized cobalt, which I have, tick, and some antimatter, which you can create. So you just select all those if you have the goods. And then, as you can see, this is all full, it's at max slots, so you can start to now build on your either your extra cargo or your technology slots by pressing the left and right on the D-pad. I'm playing this on an Xbox One, so D-pad. Okay, so I'm going to select this, I'm going to upgrade a slot there. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So now I've got an extra slot, and what that means, I can move technology from my exosuit into the technology slot, and I've got a free space to pick up stuff there, kind of thing, you know. So I'm building it up that way. I'm going to build up all these slots. So now that I've found my drop pod and I've added to my slots, now I'm going to do the save and chart, because it's going to save the game and chart your location. And now what I'm going to do is use the signal booster to look for the next drop pod. Now this is the important part. So if the next drop pod locates like it's only 300 meters away, I'm going to reload the game and just search for it myself, because it's better than wasting you know, a navigation data essentially. So let's have a look at that next drop pod. How far is it away? 5 hours away. So it's a long way. So that's going to take a lot of finding. So I'm best off just going straight to that now. If it was only 300 meters away, I'd reload the game and then just search for it in my plane. So that's pretty much it. That's my drop pod, I was going to say Skyrim there, but it's not. It's No Man's Sky tips. And I'm going to continue enjoying this game. And I don't know if I'm going to do any more videos about it, but we'll see how well this one does. It's been very rambly, but thanks for watching. And yeah, stay tuned. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but yeah, see you later. Bye for now.